I'm not alone today. We've got co-announcers.
We do Civil War from Denver. Well,
Yes,
Rocky Mountain.
and Rocky Mountain Roller Derby.
In Denver, Colorado.
And there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're here at the Roller Dome, which is home to Denver Roller Derby and Rocky Mountain Roller Derby. So we've got a thriving derby community here in Denver, and two very active leagues.
And our Monster Mashup is actually made of a combination of some of the Rocky Mountain Roller Derby folks, and along with the Denver and also Pikes Peak and kind of everyone around this Colorado area here.
Yeah, I think whoever wanted to jump in and play a fun game could jump in.
Yeah. I would like to play against Tampa. That would be wonderful. I love their jerseys.
I haven't seen them play yet, but I did hear they're very good. They're very high up in their rankings for the South, whatever, I guess just the Southern Division of WIFTA. So,
well, we had the pleasure of having Alpha Vixen actually jump into two of our practices on Tuesday and Thursday this week. So we did get to play a little bit with Tampa.
Fun. And y'all, admittedly, those watching on Twitch, I already did the rosters there. But for those watching on Twitch, I'm doing the camera here for the first time, so be nice, but also share feedback, but please in a constructive way.
I like that. Constructive feedback, always welcome.
Exactly. And we just got 1 minute left till Derby. If you are in Denver this weekend, we have a whole weekend of Derby for this Saturday and Sunday games all day, both days. Skate Rats is here, so if you did not want to make it up to Loveland, Skate Rats has pretty much everything you need other than actual skates here. They can't bring an entire skate library, but pads, bags, wheels, everything that you need. They're a wonderful sponsor of roller derby really across the state. And you also can order online. They ship to me faster than Amazon, and they're a small independent business. And they ship for free. They usually ship it the same day or the next day is what I've found. So if there's anything that you need, wheels, bearings, bags, pads, helmets, they've got it all.
It's really nice not to have to drive up to Loveland today.
Yes.
We can just come right here to Denver.
Yep. My daughter has practice on Sunday before the tournament starts. I'm going to tell her, is there anything you need? Get it while they're down here.
You know, funny you mentioned it, because I did ask my daughter, also Centurion, what they needed from Skate Rats.
Yep.
And we might have to go over there and shop a little bit.
Yes, it's so fun. And we've got a derby skate. You know, one thing I love about Skate Rats is the people that work there are skaters. Many of them derby skaters or they're park skaters, so they're super knowledgeable and can also answer questions over the phone, online, all of that. And it looks like we've got people lined up. And Sybil, I'm going to let you talk. You can, luckily, we're going to look at the little rosters here, and I'll tell you who's lined up there. And we've already got Tampa out. Slamwich 1-8 got the lead as the lead jammer there.
And they are coming back into the back of the pack and engaging those Mashup.
Ooh, Scara managing to stay in there. Slamwich quickly calling it off there.
Scara looked like a little tornado coming in the inside of the track and on the outside of the track to hit that jammer.
So this time up on the jam line. You know, we're on the other side. When you're announcing live here, you're on the side with their numbers, at least for the jammers.
Yes. I want to say that for Tampa, we have Alpha Vixen.
114, yep.
114 jamming and being recycled to the very back of the track.
And it looks like we've got 701 Dakota out for lead jammer for that mix-up team. Alpha Vixen getting recycled, now making their way back into the pack. Ooh, up on that inside line, managing to stay inbounds. Really nice footwork staying in bounds on that. But not this time. She met up against Chyna. And Chyna's recycling her. And Dakota is out and able to score at this time as well.
They're keeping these packs a little bit slow. They are just here on the straightaway right now, both jammers engaging with their opposing packs.
Yep. You know, I officiate, and I always love it when defense is winning because it means I'm not skating laps around the rink.
True.
And we definitely got defense winning right now.
Amazing blocking one-on-one by Chyna against Vixen. Vixen is able to get away and come back around, and the jam is called. Right now we have Tampa at 3 points, while the Monster Mashup has 4 points.
Fill in the numbers. Yeah, and now up on the line. And soon we'll learn who our jammers are. It just usually takes a couple jams and we'll know who's our typical jammers for each team. And we've got 3-3-3 for Tampa out for lead, and now they're running it. Both packs running, trying to stay on top and prevent those points. And Tampa calling that off. We've got Badlin up for the Mashup team, who I know skates for Boulder. And then for Tampa, we have got out for lead number 2. And Badlin making their way on that inside line and also out and able to score. It looks like they're going to keep going. Oh, nope, calling it off before Badlin's able to score for the Mashup team.
PhD so for Tampa, calling it off.
Nice.
Tampa has a lot of fans here. Florida came down to represent.
Yeah.
And now for Tampa, I'm trying to see that number, but I also cannot see from this far. Everybody on the jam line. Tampa's jammer is 6'2", taking some hard hits, but giving some hard hits.
Yeah, and that's Phoenix, but it looks like Phoenix has got a penalty. So power jam for the mix-up team. And now, but Star is off, so this will be a 2-minute jam. Oh no, a cut also on the mix-up jammer. So that'll be a jammer switch. And that other jammer will now only serve how much time? 626, who I believe is Phoenix, served.
Yeah, and the Monster Mashup jammer is going to be Diversity Higher, 4546, who's going to be in the box just for a tad bit longer.
And now they're dragging out that pack, continually trying to hold, and they've got 888 goated there on this turn 1. And now the other jammer, both jammers back on the track, and as I said, this will be a 2-minute jam. Everybody's favorite.
2 minutes, longest 2 minutes.
You skate, I just officiate, so I know how long that 2 minutes can seem.
It does feel long, but I'm sure it feels longer for jammers.
Yeah.
Both Phoenix and Diversity Higher coming back around, and Diversity Higher has engaged the pack, and now Phoenix is engaging the pack in the back. It does seem that Phoenix is able to get out, only has one person from the Mashup, number 87, to get past, and does. Diversity Higher is out now. they're beginning to speed up this pack.
Yep. And that's our 2 minutes.
That's always exciting to see something finish with the jammer jumping that little apex there. It's so big when you're actually trying to jump it. From
I
here,
could not do it at all. I can guarantee you that. All right, lining up. Penalty box is cleared currently. So we have a full track. It looks like 701 for mix-up team, which is Dakota on the line for the mix-up team. And then, right out 1-8 Slamwich for Tampa.
Slamwich number 18, just right on the inside line, just zooming right past, getting lead jam.
Scooting by for 4 points there on the outside.
Coming in and calling it off real fast, real smooth. That's going to be 4 points for Tampa. None for the Monsters right now. Right now we have the Monster Mashup at 16, while Tampa Bay is at 27. Alpha Vixen, number 114 for Tampa, is jamming against Alley Cat for the Monsters, but they're right on one another. Oh, we have one jammer, the white jammer fall, and she's going to call it off.
Sorry, guys, I missed the camera on that one, on that jam. Apologies.
You know, I heard somebody mention on messages earlier asking if the track was kind of slick today, and honestly we were having a little problem on this.
Oh, really?
On this track. It was a little bit slick earlier, but I think as it warms up it does get a little stickier.
Yeah.
We have battle in for the Monster Mashup, while we have number,
it's like 333.
I want to say 333, Sriracha.
I like that.
Yes.
I love Derby names. And there was a team timeout here, so waiting for that to end.
And you know, the crowd out in Twitch says that you're doing a great job both announcing and being on the camera.
Aren't they so sweet? I love our Twitch audience.
This is actually going to be Battlin's second game today.
Oh.
And she reffed the previous game.
That's Derby for you, right?
Yeah, such commitment, since we are all volunteers here and it is a nonprofit. And we do it all.
Yep.
Game has started, and Tampa is looking to get and sneak from line to line and just tiptoes. Number 333 has lead jammer status, while Battlin is still battling those Tampa jammers, has taken off the jammer helmet and is looking at Pivot Scara, number 22.
Yeah, not fun to come up against her.
Not at all. Sriracha is calling it off after getting points.
All right. What I love about Derby is there's been skaters, as you probably know, Rose City, #1 in the world, and some of those skaters, they look really mean out of the track, and then when you meet them off the track, they're like the nicest people ever.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, oh, you're so nice.
I know. It's like, I love you, but on the track, what is going on?
Right?
Here we go. Almost. Oh, that jammer almost stayed in bounds because they only put one hand down outside the track, but now when the second hand went down, that was out of bounds for that jammer, and she didn't need to re-enter against who hit her. That was a really nice whip off the shirt of number 1216 for the white team.
All right, it's called off.
Called off, and Diversity Hire doesn't get to come back around to score more, but it is definitely for Tampa is now at 31, while Monster Mashup is at 18.
But the Mashup team will start with an advantage here with 2 Tampa blockers in the box and still sitting. So that means they've got more than 10 seconds left.
That's right, because at 10 seconds, they do allow us to stand up in the box, and that's when you will know we do have less than 10 seconds left for that blocker that is standing.
Well, it looks like an official timeout here. Looks like Kat is checking the track for something. Sometimes if they're worried if someone's had a bloody nose or anything, there's any blood on the track, we have to immediately clean that up. So that looks to me like what they're checking for.
Yeah, she is kind of in that inspector kind of, she's inspecting the track for the details of that biochemical material.
Yeah, we've got Red Stiletto over here, definitely the person who was bleeding, unfortunately.
Yes.
Getting checked out by our medics, thanks to our medics, who are also volunteers.
Yes, and now she is going back onto the track after she has been bandaged up enough so that the bleeding does not continue on our track. This is a full contact sport.
Yes. in case someone was wondering.
In case, a little bit like lucha libre, but on wheels.
Oh. All right, looks, still looking around a bit. You may have found something. Yeah, and also there's always, I think, to me, it's a bit overkill in my opinion. That's what I'm saying, my opinion. Sometimes if you just even get a little bit of blood on your own jersey, you've actually got to either get it off or change your jersey. So our coaches always have a Tide stick because that can
you
get it
that
out.
right out.
But I don't think anyone's going to be hurt by that. But, I think it's super safe or sorry, I guess.
It is. We might as well be a little bit safe. What is it, an ounce of prevention?
Yes.
I think this time, though, that skater was scratched on their arm. They weren't bleeding from the face or the
which
nose.
Which is good. I always feel bad when people's got so many times people do, a bloody nose sometimes happens, and it's if you there's a lot of times people think, oh, it's always a penalty. No, because if your face falls into someone else, that's not a high block. It's just an accident is what it is.
You're basically describing the unicorn.
Yeah.
Yes, when you block with your own head. I've done that. And then you wonder why you had a bloody nose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, here they come out. Look, here's all the biological
everything's cleaned up.
For cleaning.
And you have a big tournament coming up for Rocky Mountain Roller Derby Best Stearns. You want to tell us the dates for that?
We sure do. What is it, October 17th?
Yeah.
October 17th. I just know the days and times that I play because I will be playing with Rocky Mountain Roller Derby, the contenders.
Nice. Are both A and B teams playing?
They will be. Both Fight Club and the contenders will be playing for Rocky Mountain. But right now we do have the Monster Mashup, and the jammer for the Monster Mashup, 701, is able to stay in doing some fancy footwork on the outside line.
Yeah.
And now Phoenix is out.
So both jammers out and able to score, but Dakota coming into the pack here, probably going to call it off after those points, and looks like that's what they did. Ooh. Sometimes a little bit of a late hit there, but apparently not too late.
Phoenix is amazingly fast. When they start picking up speed on that straightaway, wow, all I see is a pink blur.
Right. Well, we've still got one Tampa blocker in the box, but they are standing, so not much time left on their penalty.
Less than 10 seconds. We are going to see Tampa Slamwich number 18 go ahead and get lead jam, while number 99, Tina, has been given the jammer helmet cover.
Yeah, star pass there for the mashups and getting it called off. As I said, the pivot almost never gets to score.
No.
Most of the time not, because then they're going to call it off before they get the chance.
You're there for looks and to try to catch up as fast as you can, so that when they see you, they get scared and
they have to call it off.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm always like I'm in there for the scary look. Battlein is back up on the jammer line for Monster Mash along with Vixen. And Vixen is going to get lead jammer for Tampa. And Battlein is being recycled to the back of the pack by Tampa. Re-engaging. The pack is stringing out a little bit. We do have Scara in the back attempting to hit Battlein. However, Battlein is down but does some marvelous leg work, swinging her legs while Vixen is coming in and engaging a tripod in the back. Oof. Ooh, that's a hard tripod. Look at that, number 22, yes. Scara right there on my thighs. Oh, gosh, look, she's even going all the way down to get as low as she can so that they can recycle successfully number 114, Alpha Vixen, back to the back of the pack.
Not going to make these points easy. Now, of course,
not at all.
Alpha Vixen's probably already gotten those 4 points. You know, probably the hips have crossed every I didn't watch exactly, but I swear as a ref, sometimes I watch them getting that same 4 points over and over and over again, and I think you could just call it. You got your 4.
Got your 4. But sometimes you don't call it for this very reason right now, because the jammer for Monster Mashup has gone to the box.
Oh, yeah.
Battlein is in the box now, so now they can capitalize on this, and they are going to freeze her in the box.
Yep.
Which means that the Tampa team will be starting with a power jam to their advantage.
Yep.
We have Tampa starting at 43, while the Monster Mashup is at 21.
Ooh.
Massive hit from Chyna on 333.
Yes. That's Sriracha Cha there, 333.
Sriracha Cha.
And say, wait, I need protection from my blockers. Sriracha holding on to their own blocker, which they're allowed to do that. And Chyna
not giving it that.
Good footwork making past Chyna there.
Amazing footwork, and also very legal, all those hits that Chyna put onto the jammer.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Battlein was trying to re-enter as the jammer for the Monster Mashup and is being sent to the box for another penalty.
Oh, was it not a good entry?
I don't think it was a good entry.
Oh, no, I hate that. That's so hard.
Yes, so that's a double penalty. Well, not in one.
That's another
shot.
30 seconds, though.
Yes, but another 30 seconds nevertheless. Oh, and now we're having a pile up. No whistles are being blown. There's no penalties being assessed. Everything is legal, but Chyna is just merciless on number 333.
Yes.
Very legal, like a tornado.
Yes.
Amazing. Number 333 is able to cut in out of 45, moving forward, and gets past and is coming around to engage the pack yet again.
And Battlein made a star pass there to Chyna, but it looks like it wasn't a legal star pass, so, oh no, yeah. Oh, and now Battlein just like, well, I'll just get down on my knees to get that star back. As you know, only people that can touch that star is either the jammer or the pivot.
That's right, and since the pivot's in the box, she is the only one, Battlein, that can touch it
Battlein's on her own right now.
Wow, number 333 is able to stay inbound with one skate on that inside line.
Yeah, I think that might have come to the natural end there. I wasn't watching the clock, but I think they might have gotten to 2. Well, you know, Sybil, so Chyna skates for Denver, and I always tell people when they're doing their first scrimmage once they've gotten out of flight school, I said, make sure you're the same color as Chyna. Don't let them switch your color. Be the same color as Chyna. You don't want to go against Chyna on your first scrimmage.
I like this. I think I'm going to go ahead and take that advice myself. And anytime I play a mashup, I'm going to make sure that
the same color as Chyna. Yes.
Team. Yeah, I don't want to go against her right now, ever.
And also another person who is the sweetest, wonderful person. But she's a killer out there on the track.
She is definitely a formidable athlete out here on the track. I would say que tiene hambre. She is hungry. She wants to eat up some jammers. Nom, 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 nom.
Yep. And actually, lately, she's been skating with the Men's Roller Derby Association with the Denver Ground Control.
Wow, that's great. No wonder she's getting all these ground control style moves.
Yes.
Now, the full name is Chinaski
is what I say.
China.
I'm used to calling her China, and most of us call her Gina. But yeah, that's the full Derby name. All right. We'll let you know who those jammers are in just a moment.
Diversity hire for the Monster Mashup.
Nice.
And I think this is a new jammer for Tampa.
Oh, okay.
I'm not able to see the skaters' number just yet, but I do not recognize them.
And if we had better eyesight, we could see the scoreboard across the room, but that's not happening.
Oh, a diversity hire just fought the last two blockers, Evil Apple for Tampa. And there is a pass of the jammer helmet to the pivot, and the pivot is coming back around and about to engage, but it is called off. Because again, as a pivot, you just want to come around as fast as you can.
Yep. To stop the bleeding is what I say. Stop the bleeding. I see someone has a shirt that Quad City that skates in circles is Quad City. I'm assuming the Quad Cities in Iowa, Illinois area is what I'm assuming.
I do see Pikes Peak out there too
as
for
well.
The mashup.
Nice. From the Springs there. Right.
And now coming up two blockers in the front, but Phoenix is able to get lead jam and clearing a pretty good distance from the pack now, coming back around because the jammer for the white team is in the box serving a penalty. Oh. So it is a power jam for Tampa.
Tampa holding back the pack. They're trying to make sure. Sometimes people might wonder, why are they not helping? It's because they're trying to keep the pack in back and stretching it out so that their jammer can get out. And eventually, if they're too far away from the pack, it will be out of play. And it looks like that Tampa jammer is now finally out for 4. And Dakota returning to the track.
Dakota is the jammer for the Monster Mashup team. However, Dakota has not put on their jammer helmet just yet. Sometimes that is part of...
and getting recycled
way
yes,
I even stopped because I was like, no.
And
Dakota and the other jammer, both jammers are being recycled way back, almost an entire lap back.
Yes.
That was about 75% of that lap, and Phoenix is victorious.
Dakota's still, this is getting rough trying to get out, and a star pass to our Pikes Peak skater there that you were mentioning, 8-7.
8-7 is Triceratops. Smart move to go ahead and call that jam off before number 87. Triceratops can score. We have Tampa at 75 and the Monster Mashup at 25. So we do have a 50-point difference right now.
We got about 10 minutes left here in this half. So it's Alley Cat and Slamwich on the line. Slamwich for Tampa. Slamwich getting recycled right away there, getting dragged back behind the jam line. But
Sheena was able to go ahead and get a solid hit on Slamwich and recycle Slamwich to the back of the pack.
A cut on Hellcat there.
So now,
but
wow, incredible move and bridging.
Yep. So Sheena did knock out that jammer, but also she went down, so therefore he could keep going. But Jane, Ostentatious Jane was like about to do another hit, another stop on that. That was unsuccessful. And we've got the white jammer standing in the box, so they'll be coming back out shortly. But
And that jammer, Alley Cat, is being released now back into the track. She is making her way and trying to run. And she was able to get on the outside line, cut back in, and is beginning to get the jammer helmet back on that helmet.
But Slamwich calling it off before Alley Cat can score.
What an exciting game right now.
Yeah.
There is a lot of action, a lot of hard contact to be able to displace some of these blockers because they're so they're so solid on their skates.
Yep.
What somebody on the chat actually said that Chino was born in roller skates, and Moose was talking some poop about the ground control, saying that they wish they taught Chino those skills.
Oh, Moose is saying don't take away credit from.
Yeah.
It's true. They all train together, to be honest. So.
Yes.
So many times they're training together. And look, Alpha Vixen out there for lead. And I'll say hi, Moose. Glad you're watching. I hope we'll see you later this weekend, assuming I will.
Zelda did go to the box for the Monster Mashup team, so there is one blocker in the box. As Alpha Vixen makes her way and gets all her points through that pack and is coming second time around.
I always think those dark visors look badass.
They really do.
You can't see. Apparently, I learned this is that WIFTA used to not allow those, and the rules changed, and you are allowed to have those tinted visors.
Wow.
And I do, like I said, it kind of you don't know where that jammer's looking. I think it's a nice tool.
No, I think it's definitely adds a little bit of extra intimidation too.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. Great. Well, I look forward to seeing Moose. I'll see you on Sunday. That would be awesome. I'm here all weekend.
And you're also a volunteer, and we love you.
Yeah.
We love you.
Oh, we love you.
Thank you. We're all volunteers. And
Yep.
here, coming around, is number 333, but they did get hit in the face, and they are holding their face right now. We're getting... it's going to be Sriracha.
Well, while we're here, I want to thank some of our year-round sponsors, which is 888 Helmets sponsors Denver Roller Derby, and we really appreciate that. So you'll see many of our skaters in 888 helmets. And also 187 Killer Pads is also a sponsor along with Sisu, which I think are I've heard from my kids, from my daughter, those are the best mouth guards is the Sisu. So they all sponsor the Denver Roller Derby, and we appreciate their support. All right. Getting everyone cleaned up here, and we're still on an official timeout. We also today here, we have Rhino Massages here today in the building, so you can get little chair massages, and they're also a sponsor of the league, so we appreciate Rhino Massage.
I've been looking at them all day.
I know. I've been contemplating how much money could I spend.
Exactly. And I did see some of the Tampa players earlier, and maybe this is what's making them a little bit, maybe a little faster out on that track today.
Yeah.
A little looser, a little more shimmy. It does seem that the referees and the officials on the track assessed a penalty to White 420, Chichi Chingona.
Well, one of the Rocky players out there.
Yes, one of my teammates, I do have to mention and say.
Yep.
What is it, full disclosure? Full disclosure.
Full disclosure.
La Chichi is one of mine.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Everyone, Derby World's a small world. We all know each other. We're all family, honestly.
The whistle has started, and there is action on the track. Now we have number 2 jamming for Tampa, PH Diesel, getting lead jammer designation while battling is passing successfully to China to their pivot. There is a call-off request by Tampa. and the zebras abide. I have also been doing referee work, and I do have to tell you, I am so impressed with the referees at our tournaments. Sometimes they're doing 2-3 games in a row, and they're just doing a great job out here. So I really appreciate all the volunteers that come out, skating and non-skating officials.
Yeah, I tell you, it takes more skating officials than it takes to have one group on the track. Okay.
Yes.
And Tampa out for a lead there. Looks like is that Phoenix? Phoenix out for a lead.
With those pink skates, zooming, coming into the pack very, very fast. However, does get called for a back block. So right now it is a power jam for Monster Mashup. We do have diversity higher, 5-4-4-6 for the Mashup team, coming and being the only jammer on the track right now, about half a track away from the tripod that is awaiting her arrival. Trying to fight blockers, 4-2-4, blockers 5-0. Zoom B?
Or I just thought zombie.
Or is it zombie?
Zombie, I think.
Zombie.
Excellent
If
there's someone out there who knows zombie, tell us if we're pronouncing it right on Twitch.
Is it zombie? Because zombie is doing some excellent blocking out there against Phoenix, or against the opposing team, I'm sorry, against Diversity Higher. Look at that, they've got them in a sandwich right now, but there is a star pass from Diversity Higher to their pivot. There is a star pass to Triceratops. However, Diversity Higher is being sent to the penalty box as a blocker.
A lot of recycling going on up there around turn 3. Which is hard for the camera to catch. But yeah. And looks like the natural into the jam there.
Tampa is going to have 7 points for that try on that jam and 4 points for Monster Mashup. So now we're looking at Tampa 102 and Monster Mashup 29.
All right.
Both jammers on the jammer line.
Still one blocker from Mashup in the box, but now returning to the track. Oh, but switching places with the Tampa pivot going into the box.
We do have number 701 taking off the jammer helmet to go ahead and pass it to the pivot, and successfully does so. And that pass does what it was meant to do.
Yep.
Which basically stop it. Stop that jam.
Looks like we're down under 3 minutes now left. Probably get in another 2 jams, I can probably. I swear, how is Arson dealing with those heels standing this long?
You know, I don't know, but she looks magnificent.
She does. She really does. But I'm like, ouch, my feet are hurting for just looking at them.
Now we do have Alpha Vixen jamming for Florida, and I am trying to see who is out there with the jammer hat for Monster Mashup. Oh, I see. It is going to be Alley Cat. And both of the jammers are working really hard trying to get through their respective tripod, or through their counter tripods.
Yes.
And Alley Cat does get out first for
wow.
the jammer position.
That's Alpha Vixen has gotten lead most jams that they've been out here this game, so.
They've been very effective at securing that lead jam position. We have China, who is recycling Honey Badger. Now Alley Cat is back in on the track, was about to get out on that outside, but was hit out of bounds. Incredible jump by Honey Badger.
Forearm in there to the jammer, to the Tampa Bay jammer. So that will be a power jam now for Monster Mashup.
Alley Cat has decided to call this one off, but it does give them the advantage that Monster Mashup does get to begin with a power jam situation.
Yep, listening to their coaches to take advantage of that power start. And we've got Badland up on the line for Monster Mash with this power start.
We do see the white Monster Mashup teammates kind of lining in a linear fashion on the inside of the track.
Both teams have their full walls, though. Oh.
They sure do, but they do have battling recycle into the back of the pack. But she is getting some offense coming in by her blockers. Scara, that is hitting number 103 and recycling that blocker back. They're beginning to bridge. Tampa is beginning to have to drop a bridge at this time so that their other blockers can keep engaged with battling. Both jammers are on the track now. Nobody's in the box. Scara is on number 911 Badger, and Badger has able to successfully pass it to number 18.
Slam Witch there, taking that star. And here the coach is saying, call it, and Badland does.
It's hard to point out all the strategies that both of the teams are using because they're all using it so well.
Yeah.
The holding back of one of the skaters. In fact, I think it was Badger that they, that the Monster Mash team, Mashup team was trying to hold here in the back to what we say a goat, to kind of catch somebody in the very back.
Do you know why it's called goading someone when you hold them back? Because I don't know why it's called goading. I know it's called goading.
Either. I don't know. So maybe somebody in the chat knows, is one of the old G's and can tell us why we started calling it goading.
Yeah.
And then what do they call it in Spanish? Do we call it a goat in Spanish, como cabrita?
Yeah.
¿Quién soy, la cabrita?
Yeah, we got to find out.
Yeah, so if
I bet our
anybody knows
Twitch
what
audience
goat is called in Spanish, if it's a cabrita, great, or do we just say es un goat?
Let us know. We'll be back in a probably about 12, 13 minutes.
Sounds about right.
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you after intermission.
Thanks.
400 games of awesome.
I like that you were able to score that cookie there, Ginger. And we did get some information back about our GOAT question before we went into intermission.
Oh, good.
And we do have someone who says that maybe that they thought that the phrase is like, hey, I got your goat, you know?
Oh,
like they
okay.
mean they're annoying somebody. So maybe like they're a pest, you know?
Because it is annoying when you when you can't get back to your wall.
Exactly. So maybe I like it. I like it. We are going to start Tampa in this intermission as the lead at 108, while the Monster Mashup is at 37. I think part of that success has been those really effective blockers, like we were mentioning number 114, Alpha Vixen. She did come earlier this week, like I mentioned, and I'm wondering if that really helped her get ready for this thinner air.
And adjusted to the altitude for sure.
Because it doesn't seem like, well, honestly, I haven't seen any of the teams be overly affected yet on the track by the altitude here.
Well, I think usually when you ask the athletes, they feel it. They're definitely feeling
feel
it, but they are in such phenomenal shape that they're able to overcome it.
They really are.
But it's an advantage to those of us who live here at altitude, and then when we go to sea level, we also have the advantage.
Exactly. And you know, I actually used to be over in Austin, Texas with the Texas Roller Girls Rec team.
Oh, really?
And with Team Free Radicals in Austin. And
love it. That is the birthplace of roller derby, Austin.
That is.
I love Austin.
Yes.
It's my favorite. I guess it's my only city I love in Texas.
I do like San
I
Antonio.
know there's lots of lovely people all over the state, but I do like Austin.
Yes. Speaking of Vixen, we do see her starting this second half for Tampa, while we have Diversity Hire for the Monster Mashup.
Ooh. And making out for lead, even though it knocked down, but made it past all those blockers.
One-on-one, trying at the very front to stop Diversity Hire, but we are not able to stop her from the black team, and so Diversity Hire is assigned lead jammer position and is coming in to score, and does score all 4 points on those blockers. But not far away, we have Evil Apple, who is jamming for Tampa, coming in quickly. However, accidentally fell down, I think was hit or was accidentally hit by her own blocker, which does happen.
Friendly fire happens.
Friendly fire, blue on blue.
When you're reffing, you always have to remind yourself, because anyone can do anything to their own team members. No illegal hits when it's the same team.
That's right, and it is sad to see sometimes. Diversity Hire is having a difficult time with those blockers in the very front, and they were able to draw a forearm. No, actually, I'm sorry. It is going to be a track cut on Diversity Hire, so we're going to do the jammer switcheroo again.
Yes. So this will be a 2-minute jam, as Diversity Hire already had lead. So with that lead status gone, will be a 2-minute jam.
Both jammers are on the track now, Diversity Hire and Evil Apple. Evil Apple is having a pretty difficult time against the Monster Mashup.
Diversity Hire also getting recycled there.
And Evil Apple is able to get out.
And natural end to that jam.
Tampa looks like they came in with 4. Oh gosh, no, you know what? I can't read that 4 anymore from here, but I think it's a 4. On that to 8 for the Monster Mashup. So we're at 112 Tampa and 45 for Monster Mashup.
So Sriracha back after that little accident last half, but back skating against Dakota for the Monster Mashup.
Sriracha was almost out, except number 80, Zelda, came in for one last hit, is able to get that Tampa jammer. However, the blocker went out too, so Sriracha could just come right back in.
Yep.
We have the Monster Mashup blockers taking that jammer line, with the Tampa blockers lining up right in the front.
Second call from Marson. Then we got
And we do have number 2 for Tampa coming out as lead jammer. That is PH Diesel.
Oh.
Oh, Alley Cat is able to stay in bounds as she is getting hit by the Tampa blockers. Number 401 recycling her right back into the back. She's trying to get some offense by number 57. And number 2 is coming back around. She does get her points and is able to call it off. We're going to see Battlein versus Phoenix. Those pink skates on Phoenix.
I love it.
Battlein engaging with that tripod in the very back, trying to go towards the inside, does fall down. Phoenix has come back around, is able to get hit. However, Phoenix stays in bounds and so is able to just pick up and go. Phoenix is coming back around, re-engaging. There is a tripod. Oh, no, now no longer a tripod because there is bridging going on. So there is a duo in the very front. They do have to let Phoenix go.
Oh, looks like Battlein got a penalty.
Yep, as the jammer.
Sorry.
And is going to the box as the jammer. So there is a power jam for Tampa right now. Phoenix is being recycled by number 22 for the Monster Mashup. Phoenix is fighting their way on the back of the pack with, again, Scara, number 22, doing some stopping. However, Phoenix is able to zoom past them on the outside line.
Badlin's returning to the track.
And now both jammers are on the track.
I think Battlin's still on initial, though.
Battlein is on that initial, being recycled back, having a difficult time through that Tampa offense. And Phoenix right now is also stuck on 099 China and 22 Scara.
Ooh.
Again, you know, that track, whether it's because it's extra clean right now or just, you know, it's just a little slippy today, but I can see some of those blockers falling and some of those jammers
They did
falling.
mop it.
Yeah, it must be extra clean.
that doesn't last long, though. Don't worry.
No.
And we've got an official review called here.
We do. We have Arson out there in their very cool shoes. Arson does play for Rocky Mountain.
Looks like this official review is being called by the Monster Mashup.
The Monster Mashup is holding at 45 points right now, while Tampa Bay is at 131. I think a lot of those, you know, the jammers going to the box and giving Tampa some time alone on that track really kind of impacted the score.
Yeah. And also, you know, the Tampa team they play together all the time. This Mashup team is,
That's right.
You know, these are all folks that just came out today to have fun and don't work together all the time. So it's a little bit that there's an advantage for Tampa with that for sure. And this game is
Absolutely.
just for fun. So I was talking to the person from Quad City, and she did come into town just for this. However, she's also friends with Scara. She is on Team Indigenous Rising, so she also had some friends to visit. So it was a good excuse to visit and play a little derby while she's out here.
That's great.
You know, when my daughter is in juniors, and we travel about a minimum of 4, if not 5 times a year, and I always say that once she's graduated, then I can travel to tournaments for myself.
That's right. How old is your kiddo? Your
16.
Junior? 16. Getting up there to
Yeah.
almost playing with
Adults.
the adults.
Yep. She has this year and next year in juniors. So our hope is to go to champs this year, hopefully.
I hope that y'all do. I get the privilege, of course, of playing with both my kids, Showtime and Centurion.
I didn't know Showtime was your kiddo too.
Showtime is also the fruit of my womb.
I did not know this.
Yes. So
No.
all 3 of us do play
Oh,
for Rocky Mountain.
We're going to find out this official review because
We
Prime's
are.
awesome in telling us.
White team was looking for a direction on black 5-0, but nobody has served that action, so the no call.
Okay. So the no call stands, they were looking for a call against the black team against 5-0. And since the refs basically didn't have enough eyes on it, so the call will stand, and that means that Monster Mashup will lose that official review. And they just get 1 per half. And if they retain it, they'll get 1 more. So it's not unlimited, even if you win them.
And now we have Diversity Hire for Monster Mashup. And oh my God, that wall is so thick for Monster Mashup. I cannot see who is jamming. Number 18, that's
Sandwich.
Sandwich. Yes.
Oh, that floor is slick.
It
And I
is
guess
slick.
Sandwich, I don't think they would have been called on a cut, but I think they decided to play it safe because I went out a little out of bounds there with more than one hand. So I said, hey, keep it safe and don't risk a cut.
Don't risk it. Right now we have a pack of 4. That's just such a hard.
A forearm call to Slamwich. So power jam for the Monster Mashup.
Monster Mashup can do some, a little bit of, the power jam here. They can go ahead and get some more points and be able to close that gap. But Diversity Hire is on the ground, coming back up and re-engaging the pack through the back. However, the Tampa blockers, number 424, is recycling Diversity Hire again in the back of the pack.
You're also, starting to get tired at this point.
Absolutely. Diversity Hire, though, is still with a smile coming in to
That's
that
awesome.
pack. But it is a formidable pack. She is asking for her offense to come in. Oh, but her jammer helmet, or her jammer cover did fall off of her helmet.
Well, and when they fall off naturally, they are, even if they had lead status, they would keep that. If it falls off by accident, they do not lose whatever status they had, but they do have to go back and pick it up and put it back on as quickly as possible. But to score, no matter what, if it falls, even if it falls off by accident, if there's a star not on, you are not scoring.
Correct.
Also inside out, if you can't see the star,
Yep.
which is really hard sometimes, that panty is inside out.
Yep, no more stashing, basically. Back in the day, you could kind of hide that jammer helmet, and you could stash it in your hand or in your, in your top. And
Yeah.
then, but no.
No more.
No more. No more.
All right, looks like, are we on okay, back. There was a quick official timeout. Probably sometimes they got to check scoreboard, check whatever is going on. So, but that's over quickly. And we've got up on the line again, Alpha Vixen and Dakota. And Alpha Vixen with toes are still in, but then got knocked out. Chyna not making it easy. Chyna and Scara to death out there. Dakota pushing through that. This, oof, little bowling pins there. Hopefully everyone's okay. Oh,
Alpha Vixen did get hit in
There.
the back by Roja, which is also blue on blue, unfortunately.
oh gosh, back block from your own teammate. That's
Unfortunately,
Yep.
they weren't able to see that. And so it caught her off guard.
Dakota getting recycled there. But Alpha Vixen still trying to make her way out of the, they're at turn 2 heading into turn 3.
There is some bridging now that's going to have to happen.
And then we've got Dakota taking off that star.
Holding it as Dakota is being recycled to the back, and Alpha Vixen is being recycled.
And
one more
Alpha
time
saying,
by
China, I don't like you, China.
No, China.
Okay, and now there's been a star pass to Skara over on the Mashup team.
Great offense by Tampa.
Yeah.
Getting Vixen out, and then you see her tapping her
Getting those 4
hips.
points and calling it.
Yep.
You know, it is, I don't think the score really reflects how well both teams are playing. The Mashup team is playing well. It's just, you know, Tampa's getting the lead more often, so they're able to score those extra points. But there is some really good defense by both teams out there today, regardless of what the score is.
Absolutely.
And we've got out there 3-3-3 jamming for Tampa, and then Alley Cat for Monster Mashup. Alley Cat making their way to the top there, the pack at turn 1. And I'm
Alley
hearing a penalty call to one of the Tampa blockers.
It's going to be to Crush, number
All right.
103.
Wow, 3-3-3 making it out with some little hop, skip, and a jump there on the inside line on that top of the apex.
With the cha-cha for Sriracha.
With a cha-cha, yeah, exactly, for Sriracha.
Does come back around and gets caught by 80, White 80 Zelda.
And I hear the coach yelling to call it, and Sriracha
Sriracha
does.
That's going to be 4 points for Tampa and 0 for Monster.
We have Tampa sitting at 139, while the Monster Mashup is at 49. We have battling for the Monster Mashup, while we have, I can't see anymore.
We'll
They've
know
gotten
shortly.
so low. They've gotten so low to engage.
Which is
that
what you're
pack.
supposed to do, right?
Exactly. And now the jammer for Tampa is engaging China and Skates and Circles.
That Skates and Circles came here from Quad Cities, Iowa.
Nice.
And who's out for lead? Okay, it's Tampa out for lead.
It is going to be Tampa for lead. You're right. And
Oh,
right
no.
now we do
High block on that Tampa jammer. So lead is probably still open. Typically they get that, that before they had lead.
And they are recycling. Tampa is recycling, battling all the way back. But she is getting some offense from her team right now, clearing her way in the middle, and she's trying to stay in the middle, though she's going out a little bit in lane 3 and 4. She is staying in that lane 2 so that they don't
whistle.
recycle her.
I heard a cut, I think, on one of the Tampa blockers.
Yes, we have number 138 going to the box for Tampa as a blocker. And the jammer for Tampa is back in the pack, at the back of the pack, and Battlein does have lead jammer's status being pointed to her by our wonderful referee. There is some bridging going on as Battlein is being engaged in the back. Battlein did try to do a little jump, but was recycled back.
All right, the Tampa blocker is now out and able to score. And Battlein calls it.
It looks like one of the coaches possibly for Tampa is coming up to ask one of our referees if that was really a no pass, no penalty point.
Oh.
And so
An official review.
there
Oh.
is going to be an official review given for Tampa.
Yep.
I'm assuming that might be what it's for.
Yeah, you're probably right. And while they're doing that, we can thank our, speaking of official reviews, our officials.
Yes.
Out there today, we have Milf and Cookies, Thomas the Dank Engine, Damon Mistress, Lemon Singer, Cat Sergeant, Juke and Jawbreaker, Scary Reed, and Chemical Restraint on skates. And then our off-skates officials, our non-skating officials, Bob and Weave, Arson, Snark, I just call him Snark, Vicky Vanish, Candied Bacon, I love it, Sonar, India, Montana Malher, and Billow Fights. So that is, yes, 9 and 7, 16 refs to run a game. And that's just the people active on the game. And then we have our tournament refs and our game TO and our announcers and our head announcer and our, it's a massive amount of people.
It is. We have to try to keep this full contact game safe as much as we can.
All right, we're back. Diversity Hires out there. And then we've got Phoenix. Yeah, out for lead.
Out for lead with those pink skates that I love oh so much. I love that. And Diversity Hire is still not out. However, she is making it to the front and was able to pass it to Skara, number 22, who is doing some jammer on jammer action by taking out and what we call feeding the baby back in Texas is eat the baby.
Eat the baby, yeah.
Eat the baby. And eating the baby is when the other jammer or somebody else kinds of bring, once that jammer is out, they re-swallow that jammer. And
back into the...
It is very demoralizing.
Yes. Yeah, I watched a game, though, one time with the juniors, and one of the jammers knocked out our jammer and thought, oh, I'll do that, keep drag her back. The thing is, we were ahead, so they were wasting their own time. So our coach told our girl, just stand there, because you're eating your own time when we were ahead.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't even understand the strategy of that one. When you're losing, it isn't good to waste time.
Not at all.
Especially in a sanctioned game. This is not a sanctioned game, so.
This is for funsies.
Yeah, definitely for funsies. And who do we have jamming out there? Have you seen yet? Dakota?
Slamwich is jamming for Tampa.
And then we've got Dakota out there for.
Dakota facing a really hard wall of blockers, number 138, 146, and 831.
Do you see that jump over
I sure
Gina?
did.
If you can't get, that's one way to get by her. Just jump over her.
Just jump over Gina.
And she gets so low that is possible if you're a good jumper.
And then that very fancy
nice
180,
waltz there.
Then another 180-degree turn. That is some really pretty skating.
Yep, that is some nice moves there.
We see Tampa getting the front of the pack, or the front of the jammer line there, not necessarily with the, oh my gosh, I can't speak right now. It's the monster mashup at the jammer line, while Tampa is trying to sit in the front.
Oh, an official timeout. I do encourage everyone, if you are in Denver, in the Colorado area, the Springs, Boulder, Longmont, Fort Collins, come down this weekend, hang out. Be a lot of good derby happening Saturday and Sunday. We'll have food trucks. Skate Rats is here if you want to do that shopping. We would love to have you. The bar will be open Saturday and Sunday. The bar was not open today. We only get so many liquor permits a year, so we did not open the bar today, folks, but it will be open the rest of the weekend. So if you're in the area and want to come down for the games, we'd love to see you.
And usually I hear that the tournaments have kind of themed drinks chosen out for their bars. So I'm hoping there's some Halloween goosebumps.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm gonna. Listen. I love you, Denver. I love you, Denver Roller Derby. But Rocky, y'all win on the creativity.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really, I gotta speak truth. I gotta speak the truth. But hopefully they did have some fun. They did do some fun drinks for Halloween. We'll find out tomorrow. I know everyone's into the theme because it is a fun theme, Goosebumps. And if people know, there's you see for our standbys, this is who's hosting this, is the Denver Standbys, is the tournament this weekend. And it's cheap flights, and I can say this isn't juniors, fuck yeah. So CFFY. But sometimes we say cheap flights, honk yeah, for the Goose. But the Goose is the mascot for the standbys because they're grumpy.
They're grumpy.
They're grumpy and tough, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
kind of fun. But you know, of course, with all our teams, we have the whole mostly flight things going on: Mile High Club, Bruising Altitude, standbys, and then layovers.
And then layovers.
And we now have 3 junior teams, and the junior teams are major turbulence, of course, and then minor turbulence, and then we have a C team, and they're just called home teams. And it's boring, but someone come out. I think this is a little long, but they said, what about unaccompanied minors?
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't that be, 'cause to go with the whole airport airplane theme? I thought that was really cute. That is kind of long, a mouthful to say unaccompanied minors, but we could call our C team for juniors that, just for funsies.
Those are great names. Juniors are really the future of roller derby, and I love seeing when juniors have been playing for a long time and then they age up.
Yeah.
And then they've been playing for 15 years when they reach 20.
I know. Some people kind of get jealous if they, most adults start as adults, and they get jealous of those juniors of getting that time of kind of the no fear time. You get to learn when you don't have fear and know that you can die and break bones. Okay, back to the game here. It looks like Alpha Vixen.
And Alley Cat.
And Alley Cat in.
And Alley Cat is able to come out, not as lead, however, did very fancy footwork and is right behind, maybe 20 feet behind, 25 feet behind Vixen. The pack is speeding up, going kind of fast.
Yeah, Monster Mash trying to get top there to prevent Alpha Vixen from getting any of those points. Up. And actually, White got 2 points on that. Monster Mashup got 2. So they snuck in some points there before those set of first 4 whistles there.
I'm imagining that is a really good feeling for that jammer when they're able to sneak by.
Oh,
and
they love
score
it.
Some points.
I think they get so happy that whether even it's just 1 point, it's like, yes. It's like a point you stole a little bit, a little more exciting. Whoops. Uh-oh, a little. Uh-oh, this is an official timeout, probably some sort of technical thing. Okay. I think our PLT wanted to make sure everything was set, so our penalty line tracker there. All right, Badlands up there for Monster Mashup.
And again, very low when they're engaging the pack, so I can't see the jammer for Tampa. 333. It's going to be Sriracha-cha.
Oh, yeah, Sriracha-cha. 3 syllables like 333. Sriracha-cha.
Yes, Sriracha-cha is being recycled in the back of the pack, trying to look for that inside and cutting back out, and is assigned lead jammer position. Battlin is taking off their jammer cover for their helmet cover and is looking at their pivot scene, but nope. They're going. Battlin is going. Now they are out of the pack. Sriracha-cha scores all 4 points and is still running it, has not called it off, and Battlin is about to enter the pack and start her points
They may be wanting to clear the box.
Yep, they
Tampa.
do have
Sometimes
one.
they'll run it when so far ahead and it's a mix-up game, but it's a good practice to learn how to clear your box out so you don't start with a short wall.
Sriracha-cha is still going. Battlin is out now. Number 9-8 for Monster Mashup.
All right. Yep.
And Sriracha-cha calls it.
Yep. After that box, once they knew that last blocker was out, they called it. But Battlin was able to score 4 points during that jam.
She fought hard for those 4 points.
Yes.
And I am glad that she got all 4.
Yep. We got 10 minutes left here in this game now.
We're going to have Diversity Hire for Monster Mashup and PH Diesel for Tampa. Coming in faster, and it looks like Diversity Hire only has 2 more blockers in the front and is able to clear them, does get assigned lead jammer position. Number 2 is still in the back.
Oh, you heard a cut.
Ah,
a forearm
A forearm
to
was
PH
assessed.
Diesel. So power jam now.
Diversity Hire is able to get all her 4 points and is coming in to score again on this power jam for the Monster Mashup. Diversity Hire is being a little extra careful coming in and re-entering extra legal, and we get Chyna to be able to assist with some offensive play.
Yep.
Or no, that would be defense, offense. I don't know. I think she did everything.
You know, I've learned something because I don't. The only sport I cover is derby. The rest of them I call sports ball, and
Yes.
I don't follow. You know, I don't really follow other sports. And I've learned from people who know sports is that how you explain derby to people who know sports is you say everyone is always playing offense and defense. And that for people who watch a lot of sports that or play a lot of sports, that clicks for them. For me, that doesn't click. But it's saying that because players are offense and defense always.
Always in
Sometimes they're
roller
more
derby.
defense or offense at certain points. But we don't have a defensive player and an offensive player. They're always doing both. So I've learned that sports people, it helps them understand derby to say that. So I've learned to say that to sports people.
Yep.
Whoa. And we've got Dakota out there for Monster Mashup.
And I want to say that we have Phoenix, because I'm looking at the
Pink skates.
Yes. Doing an incredible job. And number 50, Rojo, is coming in to give some assistance to Tampa. Coming in yet again for a little bit more assistance. See if Rojo can get out Phoenix. But Phoenix is not able to get out just yet.
We've got Skater in circles there, bridging the pack, trying to help Monster Mashup continue to hold Phoenix there. Really tight walls, both teams here.
Number 5-0.
Oh, finally getting recycled, Phoenix.
Wow, that was
After holding for
tough.
such a long time. But now doing some nice footwork here.
Phoenix is able to engage Scara as the last blocker.
Oh.
However, there was one of her partners was able to rejoin Scara and stop Phoenix.
And Dakota's still being held up by that Tampa wall. But that pack is getting stretched out. And I've heard the whistle is that Phoenix has been called lead.
That was a hard fight
Yeah,
for Phoenix. You could
that
tell.
was a minute 40 to get the lead called. That's rough.
And Dakota's still working on the back, has not given up at all. Though Dakota has taken off the jammer helmet,
Yeah,
but is still going with it.
but then there you go. Jam over. Yeah, that was a minute 40.
And actually, I saw Phoenix go ahead and start calling
him,
off,
but
wow,
but there was
right
only
on the
2
ground.
seconds
Yeah,
left.
2 seconds left. We have about 6 minutes or so, a little bit over 6 minutes left in the second half, with Tampa sitting at 162 and Monster Mashup at 67. This game for funsies. Alley Cat will be jamming for Monster Mashup. And Slam Witch, lead jam for Tampa, now on a power jam.
Yeah, cut was assessed to Alley Cat. So power jam here for Slam Witch.
Slam Witch is coming in very quickly to see just about how many points can be scored right now. Zelda is being goaded.
Goaded?
Goaded at the backs very successfully by Honey Badger for Tampa. This is when Zelda can also use some strategy there in the back, as she successfully has.
Yeah, even though she was being goaded, I was like, well, at least I can do a little bit of work to make it a little harder for the jammer, even if I'm back here by myself.
Absolutely. You are never dead in the water.
Nope.
That little cabrita was vicious. And number 18 gets through. A little bit on one foot there.
Nice.
Alley Cat is still in the back, being recycled by Tampa, number 424. That blocker is Zombie. Somebody is being called to the box. It is Zelda, a blocker from Monster Mashup. So now Tampa has advantage of having all their blockers on the track. And Monster Mashup is recycling Slam Witch. There was a star pass. Alley Cat has given the jammer helmet cover to number 87. The pivot. Being held at the back. However, number 80 Zelda came in from the box and was able to do just real quick offense, getting her out.
Yeah.
I hear whistles again. And I do see there's a timeout being called for official timeout. I don't think we have any skaters starting in the box this next jam.
Oh, good. Okay.
We have our wonderful volunteers out there checking our track, making sure that it's safe for all of our skaters.
Yep, that's Wes Slamerson there checking the tape.
The whistle means that we're going to start again. We're going to have Alpha Vixen, number 114 for Tampa.
Oh, starting a little wave in the audience there. Fun.
Crowd action. And battling, jamming for the Monster Mashup. We are having some skaters going down right now.
Is that Alpha Vixen? Yeah.
And Alpha Vixen is being recycled to the back of the pack.
Of course, I recognize them by their helmet there, the visor.
The visor. And Battlein is able to get out through the inside and is coming back around about half a track back.
All right,
while the jammer for
a high
Tampa,
block there on Jane Ostentatious.
High block, one white blocker in the box. As Vixen is trying her best to get out through the front, she only has one skater left and is able to get through. And Battlein is on her scoring pass. Let's see what Battlein decides to do. And Battlein is calling it off. She's like, I'm not even going to let Vixen come in here.
Yep. And we've got Jane Ostentatious still in the box, but standing, so she'll be getting out shortly. Got Diversity Hire. Cracks me up every time I say that. Diversity Hire going up against... You know, a few of the jammers for Tampa are height challenged a little bit. We can't tell who they are. Yeah, it looks like 333, which is our
Sriracha-cha.
Yeah, Sriracha-cha 333. Yep.
Yes.
Ooh. Same team there. That was
same team.
It would have been a back block on someone else probably, but same
not
team.
on your own team.
Yep.
Now we do have a wall forming in the back trying to stop Sriracha-cha.
And then that was a star pass for the Monster Mashup team.
Monster Mashup has passed the star.
And calling it off.
Calling it off.
Is there anything on the chat? No.
No,
Guess they're being quiet out there in Twitch land.
they are.
People are getting off, you know, what time is it? Getting off work. Maybe they're going out for happy hour or something, getting some
That's what it
dinner.
is. Dinner.
I know. I want that.
We have
Is that Dakota for?
That is Dakota. Dakota did fall down, however, did get back up and has gotten lead jammer status for Monster Mashup. Now Dakota's coming back around on the inside and is able to make quick work of those 2 blockers that were left for Tampa.
Look like there's been a star pass for Tampa.
Rojo has the jammer helmet for Tampa. Dakota is still going around, gotten another 4 points, and is coming back around to do a little bit more damage.
Oh, Gina.
That was some flight.
Okay. Uh-oh. Hard hit.
Very hard hit.
And Jammer says, no, can't go on. I think they're going to be okay by, you know, it's one of those things where I think probably had the wind knocked out of you, and that is, you know, when that happens, you just got to say, okay, I got to take a break.
That's right. That's right.
Well, you know what? I don't know if you're a Swiftie or not.
A Swiftie?
As in Taylor, Tay-Tay.
Oh, the Taylor Swift.
Her album came out. Well, it came out last night at 10 o'clock here in the mountain region.
I see.
I already listened to it last night and been listening on
Gotcha.
repeat today, and I'm going to like a movie little premiere party at a movie theater where they're going to show some of the videos and talk about the album, and doing that with my daughter.
Oh,
She actually wants to
nice.
hang out with me, so, you know.
Yeah.
If it involves T-Swift, then we get to hang out.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Whatever you need. Like,
Right?
to get
Yeah.
the excuse to hang out with your kiddo.
Her best friend. So 2 moms, 2 daughters going out tonight after this game. So that'll be fun.
That does sound fun.
Yeah.
I
Okay, looks
think our
like the
skater-
person's okay.
I hear the claps. That's wonderful. And that was going to be number 50, who was jamming. It was Roja Grande. Y Roja Grande unfortunately got a grande hit, but it is to the hip.
Well,
And
that
it's now
hurts.
a little bit rojo right there, too.
Yes.
But they are putting some ice on it, and I am hoping that it is going to be A-okay.
Right.
Wonderful job, though.
Is that Alley Cat, I think, for Monster Mashup?
Alley Cat?
And
yes.
maybe Slam Witch, I think, 1-8 for Tampa. I think I might have caught that. You know, the game's almost over, and now I can
we
figure
know.
out who everyone is.
Now we know.
By some sort of, not just their number, but by something. All right.
What do you think? This
Oh,
might be
wow.
the
This
last
is, you
jam
think
of
there's
the
only
game?
2 seconds? I didn't realize we were that low. 2 seconds left on the
2
clock.
seconds left.
Yes.
And we have both of our jammers. Of course, we've mentioned them on the line. And then we do have the Monster Mashup blockers taking the jammer line. I see.
All right. This will definitely be the last jam of the game.
Yes.
We're going to get into our last and final jam of the day. We got that 5 seconds from Larson. And on that skater on the jam line, Slam Witch.
Oh!
That was pretty lovely.
That was
Number
pretty.
18, Slam Witch coming fast on the outside lane, number 4. And now Alley Cat is actually out on lane number 1 on the inside. Getting ready to come back out.
And goes ahead and calls it because the clock is up.
The clock is up.
And you can see that is the unofficial score. It will be official in just a moment.
The unofficial score right now, Tampa 192. The Monster Mashup team 80.
There we go. I want to thank everyone for joining us, all our refs, all our volunteers today, and we will be starting up again tomorrow. And let me tell you what those games are, because I've got it here on my phone. There might be that's not the
Is this
schedule.
Ginger's
That's
copy?
Ginger's copy of our volunteer things. All right, that makes it official. But tomorrow's games, first game of the day, 11 a.m. Tampa versus the Standbys. That will be a sanctioned game. And my understanding is it'll be a tough game. There'll be a really good, exciting game at 11. And then at 1, we have Pikes Peak versus San Fernando Valley. 4 p.m., Standbys versus a mix-up team. 6 p.m., the Denver Layovers versus Naughty Pines. And wait, there's an 8 p.m. game tomorrow. Really long day.
Wow.
Bruising altitude, Denver Bruising Altitude versus Tampa Bay Tantrums. So great, lots of Derby tomorrow. You can watch on Twitch, or you can, if you're here in the Colorado area, metro area, come on down. We'd love to see you. Thanks to everyone.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Sybil. It was fun.
Thank you, Ginger.
All righty.
I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.